Hey guys, this is Susan with Scrapalicious by Susie Q. I just wanted to come on and do a quick masterboard. So we're going to do a quick collage masterboard, and then the next time I come, we will the next video we'll do something with them. All right, here's one that I've already done. So it'll be simply like this. All the papers that I'm using, I just picked up an old piece of scrapbook paper that I won't use. Then I just have some old book pages. Then I have some old things that I got from Temu or AliExpress, some old papers that I have. This came from 49 and Market Peach for collaging. These two are my favorite kinds of paper for collaging, and these are digital. Let's see, the green one is the Vintage Collage Papers by Saturday Stampers, and then the white one is blue. It's from Blue Fern. It's black and white butterflies, and they have about 8 or 9 pages that that are similar to this that you could use for collages. I use a lot of them on the back of tags and anything like that. So this is what we're going to be using. So we'll be using our Scotch permanent glue stick, possibly, maybe some other glue, but also this to tear the paper, maybe some scissors, something like that. So let's go ahead and get started. So I like to do a non-directional kind of collage so that it can be used different ways. So I'll show you how I do that so that I can use it with different collections and for different projects. So I'm just going to cut some of this up. And when I start at the beginning, I usually do bigger pieces, and then I go back and start doing smaller pieces over those. So let's just tear up a bunch of paper. This is one of my favorite pastimes. It's just collaging. I love to do it. That's good. And I love the music paper. I like those on there, and that's why I like those a lot. Butterflies, music, all kinds of things. This has some kind of peachy looking papers on there, and different kinds of fruit, vegetables. That kind of match. This is just an old piece of piece of paper from AliExpress that I just have a ton of them. Sometimes I get those from Stampin' Up! Also. But they're usually in 6x6 paper pads. And these are thinner, so you can use these for collages. Usually the 6x6 paper pads are more thick. They're not a lot thick, but they're a little bit thicker than these. So that's what I generally do, is just start tearing paper. And then I have a lot of paper from that I've used before. So I use that also. That's a pretty one. I want to leave that together. Let's see what else I have. Just want to have lots of different size paper with a variety of things on them. And I also use dictionary pages, music scores. I have a couple of books with music in them. And this is just this is from Temu. Just a postal paper with different postage stamps and seals. So I'm going to go ahead and do those. And the navy on this one, you know, that's a nice collaboration with this. Then these are just book pages from, I think it's the old Pride and Prejudice. That was, I buy a lot of books, and this is just the old book paper from something. So these are just the scraps over here that I try to use up. And like I said, these are very brittle, so I try to use those in the middle so that I can cover them up around the edges. And this is just a journal book that usually I go to Goodwill, and if they have a journal that has been written in, or someone started it but maybe didn't use it all, I pulled out these papers. And if they had nice handwriting, I would even place the handwriting in there. I wouldn't use their name or anything, but just little scribbles of handwriting. I don't like my handwriting, but a lot of other people have nice handwriting. All right, let's go ahead and get started on this. Get all this stuff out of the way. And I made such a mess over here. Oh, that one needs to be cut up too. I'll try that one in a second. So usually if I'm doing a non-directional page, I do mine and then I turn it. Every time I place something down, then I turn it all the way around. So, but I generally start in the middle, but sometimes I'll start, you know, any place that, so that it can be non-directional. So let's see, we'll start with this ledger. There's a lot of places with ledger that you can get. There is a ledger book by someone out there right now. I have it, but I don't remember who it is. And then 49 and Market has some nice ledger pages. Okay, so I'm going to put that way, and then I'm going to turn it to the right. And then I'm going to do it again. And so usually, like I said, when I start when I start the collage process for Masterboard, I use kind of big papers in the beginning of it. And then as I get everything is filled up, then I'll start with some smaller papers. And I like to cover some of the big paper up with just smaller, but just to get it on the paper and get started, I use big papers. These are going to be, some of these are going to be over the edge, and I will have to cut the edge. And that's fine. I just want to wind up with the 12 by 12 collage piece of paper. And generally, I try to do, for each corner or the side of the paper, I try to use the same paper. But this time I didn't. Sometimes I don't do that, but I try to make sure that we have a lot of different papers and we aren't just stuck on one paper. So that's what I'm going to try to do. Is I do have a glue book paper, but I don't always use it. Then I whine and complain because I didn't use it. Okay, right there. Let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3, so I need to do one more of that one. Do I have some more of it? Oh, there's my glue page. I know I have some more in here, but I don't see it. So I will go on with the next. And that would be this. See if I have a few papers like that cut up too. I need one more. Yep. Oh, there's another one of those. I can use that one. And then there is this one. All right, so I need to use this one first. And generally when you're doing that, you try to do the top, the middle, you know, something different every time so that one side of it doesn't wind up being dimensional and the other not. Okay. All right. Now I've gotten 4 pieces of paper like that, so I need to work on that one. So let's do this way. And at this point, I'm just putting papers, putting things down. Not really worried about the shape of them. But I do like to make sure that if I lay a piece of paper in there, it's not the same as, so I wouldn't put that right there. I want to do it something a little bit different. So I'm going to do it right there. So that there's, so they're not matchy-matchy. I don't really like the matchy-matchy. All right. Look at that. I put that upside downwards. So I need to put another one. Then I'll have to skip that other side. Let's see. Because I do not want to take it up and waste all that glue. And I generally like the Scotch permanent glue when I'm doing these kind of things. As long as you don't take it outside, it's not in the heat or anything, or, you know, it's fine for this kind of project. Let's put it up here. But if it's out in the car or something, it's not going to stay in that heat. Well, in South Georgia heat, I don't know where you live, but South Georgia heat, no. All right, and I need one more here. And that will be on this side. So you're trying to do a masterboard so that you cut it in any way, and you could use it in any way, you know, with any direction. Or you could, you know, choose the best direction that it's showing. Let's see. I'll just start down here with this one. So that's covering that up. That's nice. All right, now. The next one I would like to go ahead and use these. These are very brittle, and I have to have something around them. I don't have that many. Here's another one. Oh, that's something different. I only have a couple of those, so we'll go ahead and use those. But like I say, I do have to use those sparingly, and they are brittle. So go ahead and use some of these. They've got such a pretty patina on them. I want to make sure that I use them. I bought it from from Goodwill. I scoured Goodwill for all kinds of books and things like that. Let's see, I'm gonna put it right there. Oop, see, look at there. It's okay. Matter of fact, I will take that off and use that on the next side. Right here. Well, let me just put it, because I know that it needs to be. And then I could cut this one in half too. I know that it needs to be completely surrounded by different papers so that it doesn't come up or break off. So brittle. I need to find out before I look at that, before I get another one. But that's, I wound up having 4 pieces. Well, a little bit more than 4 pieces. It's sticking everywhere. Oops. Just keeps on breaking. I don't know where that, just put it, don't know where that goes, but that's fine. How about, no. I'll place that to the side. All right, we'll start with a different kind. So now I want to do maybe some green. Let's see. I do like green. There's 2, 3 that I've already cut up, 4 that I've already cut up. All right, for this direction, I have put one here and one here. So maybe I need to do something this way. I want to make sure that it is all have directions in every, have the paper in every direction. So I just look at that, and then if I use these big pieces of paper, and then at the end I'll look at it to see if I need to put something over the top of them so it won't be kind of plain, you know, just a little bit different. So let's do that right there. That's nice. So I'll probably wind up putting something on top of that if it's too big. Let's see. Now for this one, I've used this one and this one. So that's it. So, but I also don't want to get near the one that I just placed on. Placed down. I want to give it a little bit of variety. So I'll do it right there. I'm going to place it over the edge, and I will have to cut that off. There we go. Next side. On this one I used, well, this one and then this one. So, oops, wrong side. Just yammering away. Quietly. Mumbling to myself. Alright, this one. Alright, how about right here? There we go. And I use this bone folder just to make it press down, to make sure that you're getting a good adhesion. So this one, I use this one and this one. So I might need to go up a little bit. Maybe right here. Yes. I don't want to get it next any of the other, near the other green ones, but I also want to use it at different sides. So, see, there's right here. There we go. Make it straight, a little bit straight anyway. There we go. Now, I probably need to use the white one. I like the white one. So there's one. There's 2 and 3. And then, let's see. It's got a clock on it, so we could just use this one. A little bit more print. There we go. So there's one butterfly. So let's see what we want. So I've done this one, and this one. So maybe it needs to be over here. Yep. So I'm just trying to vary the papers and the way they are, the direction that they are placed. It's kind of hard sometimes. Don't want to lose that butterfly. There we go. Now, I've done this one, and this one, and this one. So we need to be over here. This is, it just is nice to do this. I really love to do collage. It's just, you just sit and look at paper and make decisions that are not life-threatening. That are, you know, no big deal. Let's see. Now this one I used here and here and here. So maybe at the top right there. And next time, after this video, in the next video, I will take these back out and we'll turn them over and cover them up and try to make things for this. Decorate them. We'll cut out some tags, maybe some book or belly bands or book things, or possibly some frames, envelopes, all kinds of different things. And I love to do an envelope with a collage paper also, especially with vellum. I love to do those. Let's see what we got here. We have this one and this one and this one. So maybe over here. How about that? I don't want to cover his head up. And just making sure that all the seams are different. Let's see. Now we've done all of those. How about some of these? Oh, I know what it is. I like that one. I want to put that one somewhere. And that one somewhere. Let's see. This one. Those three came off of one. Distinct paper. What is this one? Possibly use that one. Because I think this was all this one had was, let's see, it was this here, yes, and then this here. Yep, I only had two. I guess I could cut off another piece. There we go. And we'll have 4 of these. Okay. Now this one on this side, it has the butterfly, so I don't want to use this focal point on that. I'll use something a little bit different and use that on a different one. Let's see. Usually when I collage, I use at least half of these, a half stick of the glue, because I put a lot on there. I just want to make sure that we're getting good coverage. All right, I think I'll do that right there. Well, good coverage with the glue. I hope that you guys are not getting out of frame. Then let's see, that one and this one I probably need. I can do a focal on this side. Let's see. Did here, here, here. I don't want to use it there because of that. Because that's a different focal. How about here? No, not that. How about this there? That'd be a nice one. So I want to keep any focal points separate from each other. You know, spread them out. These little collage papers do so good with this glue stick. Some of the other I have to use, if it's a thicker paper, I have to use a little bit better glue, Nuvo glue or Bearly Arts glue or glitter glue. Let's see. I think I want to put that right there. Do that. How about that? Kind of covers a lot. There we go. And pressing this down helps keep the glue, get it sealed. All right, we're going to use one of these. Kind of getting covered up, huh? How about right there? But let's remember to do it the right way. Yeah, that's a good spot. Sometimes I do add stickers or focal points, but last time I did that, I had gotten a sticker of probably around the 50s, a woman with overalls and different things like that, and it's a very cute thing, but it was her head got cut off when I was trying to so I don't want to use anything like that where look at that. I guess it's gonna be all right. Let's see if I can find something to put over that, some little something to put over that. I don't like that. Oh, here we use this right here. This is just a scrap of paper from another digital. Yeah, and I'll cover that up pretty good. All right, so we did that one. Let's see, I think we have one more. Let's see, up right here. A little bit close to that. How about there? That looks good, or it could be there. Cover that one up again. Today I closed my my craft room is right next to our kitchen, and earlier today my husband came in and started talking, and I had to stop the video. And that's how I made the other one, the other masterboard. So we have two that we can play with next time. Okay, I think that's all of those. What else do we have? We have music. Oh, I like that one too. Haven't used that one yet. That one. That one too. That music. So I need one more of that ledger paper. Cut a long piece. I'm sure I'll need one of those. Let's see. So I have 1, 2, 3. Need one more. Guess I was counting this one. And then I can cut that down if I need to. Okay, let's see what we got here. Now I'm not really at the point that I'm worrying about using big pieces or small pieces. I'm just trying to place everything in there to have a good cohesive masterboard with lots of different papers and varieties. Let's see, right there. This paper is a little bit thicker than most collage. Okay, let's see, maybe right here, I can cut some of that off. Or I can use, nope. You complain in a second because it's sticky, but that's okay. Oh, how about that? There we go. Let's see. We need something up there. We need something there. Do something down here. I can cut this a little piece. Put it there or there. I like the names and the signatures on there better than just the those lines. Okay, right there. I hope you guys can see. Yeah. Okay, this way. Got one there. We need one. How about right here? Let's see what we have. Okay. Let's cut that one a piece. So all of these, I don't throw these away. These extra little pieces, I'll use those on the next collage. I do a lot of collage frames, a lot of collage tags. It's just a good base for a lot of things in using when you're doing paper crafts. I'm sure that's not straight, but it'll be fine. All right. Let's see, we have this one. What have we not used? Okay, we have this. I like that. And this. And this. Now I'll cut all those pieces up. Maybe cut another one off of there. That's fine. So I'm probably going to need some smaller pieces. I haven't used, yeah, we have used some book pages. That'll be fine. Just want to make sure we get us some butterflies on there. There we go. Let's see. Ooh, nice. Yes, I like that. There we go. Nice butterflies. See what we've got here. Got butterflies on that side. Let's see. Another butterfly. Oh. Cut this and put that right there. That would be nice. So now the papers are getting smaller and smaller. Okay. Because we have used up a lot of them. We filled up the pages just about. There's a few more areas that need paper on them, but mostly they're pretty good. I'll put that right there. That's nice. Let's see, turn this way. We got the butterflies that way. How about this? Cut this off and then I can use two of them. There we go. Use this one. Use that one right there. There you go, to cover that up. And then possibly this one down here. Looks good. Now my glue paper is sticking to the back of my paper. Okay, use this right here. And then that one up there. Kind of a crooked piece of paper, but it's fine. just need something else to go there. And find something. And one more time. And so we have butterflies here and here and here and here. Maybe right here. Cut this down a little bit. And I will do it this way so that it covers up some of the others. Some of those large pieces of paper. There we go. Let's see what else we have. We have that right there. Do something with this paper. All right. Tear that a little bit, and that could go right there. That's nice. There we go. So basically on this side everything's full, completed. This side has here. Oh, let's see what I want to use. Oh, I want to use some of that music paper. Let's see what you got here. Oh, this right here. Use that right there. Now I need something right there. I have not used this paper, I don't think. But I cut some up. I don't know what I did with them. Give us a little bit of orange. Yes. Everything is stuck to me. There we go. Hopefully that will work. Yes. I'm just about to the end of this glue stick. I used it on the last project also. Just got a restock of that from Amazon. Alright, this is all side is done. Now this has here and here. Let's see. I like that little flower on that one. Alright. Can go there or possibly there. Yep, I like that. All right. These are kind of cool. That orange would be nice in that right here. Looks a little bit different. Take out that white. I don't think I'll like that. Not much paper to press down on. Kind of. How about like I said, might need to get my scissors sometime. Now I can cut it that way because it doesn't need to be that big, wide. Yes. We're just about done. All we've got to do is Make sure there's another paper on the other side that needs to be filled up, but that's fine. Let's see, what have I not used? I could use that. I don't think I've used that one. And it gets got a kind of orange and green and a little bit of white. There we go. Yes, I like that. So I want to have lots of color and variation, but not too much bold color. There we go. That's a nice one. Let's see, what have I not else used? Use very much book page. How about let's take that off. That has a Bible verse at the bottom, and I want to keep that together. I actually have some church music hymnals that I was given that are older, and I sometimes cut those out and put those in collages. And I would definitely use music tape too, but I mean, I would definitely use Bible verses also, but I like to keep them intact so that you can actually read them. I need one more little piece back here. How about a little white one? Now I even make it upside down. Alright, that's done. That side's done. That side's done. That side. So just one more side. And that is right here. I think I might use another one of these. I like the green and white contrast. There we go, right there. Then I'll need something else for there. This little glue page is awfully sticky. Let's see, right there. And so I just need something. No, that's, here we go. We got 2 or 3 over here. How about that one? There we go. Couple more, and we will be done. Music one. There we go. There. Yep. And then I need to look over the big pieces to see if I need to add something to them. They might be a little bit too much. And then that is not straight, but let's see if we can get it kind of way. Just need something right there. Nope, use that one. I haven't used this, so let's use this. There we go. Yep, I like that. Yep, right there. All right, now let's see. I think we have, that's a little busy. That's a little, I need to add something on that. Let's see, I think I have some tags that I can use. These are Tracy Fox Creative, so we can use some of those. Someone is I don't think they're knocking this. There's something in. They're doing something in the kitchen. Sorry about that. I don't want to yell out saying I'm videotaping. Cut these down. I should have cut some of these down before. Let's see. So this is kind of busy, so that might be there. Yep, that'll be not fine for there. I mean, it's not busy, it's just needs something additional to it since it's, there we go. How about that? Let's see, you guys see anything else that I think, right in this area maybe. Put another one. Tracy Fox has a lot of good digital. She has a lot of tags, and she has a lot of butterflies, different things that I like to use. So I do a lot. Hers and Pink Monarch, I like hers. She has a lot of stuff also. Let's see. Did not do that very well. So let's put that right there. Oh, maybe right here too. Sorry, I need to cut this out. Take me just a second. So I'm using these instead of stamps. So generally on those places I would maybe use stamps. Use some Tim Holtz stamps or some kind of floral stamps, depending on what I wanted to use it for later. Okay, ew. There we go. Let's see what else we have here. Maybe right here. Because that's, might do one off the side. I don't know. I don't like to waste my tags. Let's see. I said, or did I say? How about right here? This one. It's not where I said probably, but oh, it's over here. Need something over there. I'm being quiet today. I'm just concentrating, trying to get this done. I usually videotape a little bit earlier in the day, but today, this is what time I had. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Let's see, is anything else? I think that's pretty good actually. So now I'm going to turn this over and cut all the edges, and then we'll look at it to see what it looks like. Get rid of all my things. Like I said, all the other pieces of paper, I will pick those up and put those in my scrap bin for collages. I have a couple different scrap bins, one for paper that is thicker that I could use for tags, or if I need to die cut something that needs to be hard. That needs to have some sturdiness to it. Then I have my collage papers. And then some I just have a nice paper that is small pieces that are cut out so I can use in clusters to decorate with something. One more. Here we go. So that's a nice board. It has some nice colors, but it's neutral. So we'll be able to make something pretty. So we have this one, and then we have this one. A little bit different, has the pink colors to it. But next time we will be cutting these out and making something with them. Thank you for being with me, and if you like the content, please subscribe. Thank you.